Hey Scent Freaks, welcome! Today we get to unbox and give a first impression to Tonka Cola. I think it's actually the newest release from Mancera, so I'm super excited. I'm a bit of a Mancera fan. I find their fragrances to not be as bougie as some other niche houses, and the majority of them are also very long lasting, and I love the fragrances. So let's unbox it and I will give you guys a raw first impression. If you're new to my channel, or perhaps you've been here before, please don't forget to subscribe, hit notifications, and like this video. It really does help to support my channel. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, so here is the classic Mancera box. They're all very similar. They change in color and that type of thing, but they're all the same design. The idea of this fragrance is very promising. I'm very intrigued to smell this scent. The idea of combining one of my favorite scent ingredients of tonka along with cola is interesting to me. It could be an epic fail or it could become a new signature scent for me. This one was a blind buy, so fingers crossed. Okay guys, so I've just taken it out of the box, but I thought I'd just quickly show you. For those of you who buy Mancera or Montal regularly, you guys would know they do come in these beautiful pouches, but I thought I'd just show anybody who hadn't seen them before. As I said, both Mancera and Montal, I believe they're sister companies, and they both do it. It just makes it more luxurious, I think. It looks really cute. Okay guys, so here it is, a very typical looking Mancera bottle, and obviously the label says Tonka Cola. As I said right at the beginning, this combo is very fascinating to me, and I also mentioned it could be an epic fail because while I love Tonka, I'm not quite sure how I feel about smelling like Coca-Cola, but time will tell. Let's spray it and I will quickly give you guys the scent notes while it dries down. Top notes are cherry, cinnamon, Sicilian lemon, and nutmeg. Mid notes are Coca-Cola, Indonesian patchouli, and orange blossom. And base notes are tonka bean, vanilla, benzoin, and ladnum. Oh, okay. So I have another fragrance in my collection, and just based off the scent note listings, I really thought that they would, share a common thread. I thought that they would smell very, very similar. It was Kaltat Night, which is the blue bottle up there by ATAR Collection. That's a cherry, cinnamon, yummy fragrance. Being that the scent notes were quite similar, I did think they would, as I said, smell the same, but they don't. They are completely different. I would say Kaltat Night is much more cherry focused. It is a much more drunken, almost boozy, cocktaily smell. Whereas this one, all I'm thinking when I smell it initially is, whoa, this is incredibly spicy. While I am definitely getting cherry, almost like a cherry cola sort of scent, I'm also getting a lot of citrus off the top. So it's almost like a cherry Coke with some sort of citric element, maybe a wedge of lemon or something like that with it, and a lot of spiciness. I'm talking if you are not a spicy lover and you don't like that kick in your fragrance, I would say this one is not going to be for you. On the other hand, if you love spiciness and if you love the idea of a cherry, cokey, citric, spicy scent, definitely get your nose on this one. I think that it would definitely have an audience, but it is very unique, so it is not a safe blind buy. Also, if you're not a tonka lover, I would again say to stay away from this scent. It is very tonka heavy, which I happen to love. I really love tonka. In certain fragrances, I believe it really makes it or breaks it. And usually, not all the time, but most of the time when a fragrance has tonka and it is a main scent note, I'm going to like the scent. Anybody who watches me regularly, you guys know I'm no patchouli fan. This one does have Indonesian patchouli listed, but while I can pick it up slightly in the background, it is not dominant in my opinion, and it certainly isn't enough to steer me away from liking this fragrance. It's not a dirty patchouli, it's a very light, possibly quite clean patchouli. So if you are not a patchouli lover like myself as well, don't worry, I don't find it the focal point of this fragrance. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I am a bit of a Mancera fangirl. I own a few of their fragrances myself, and as I said, I think that they are definitely at a more affordable price point compared to other niche houses. They also offer great longevity and projection most of the time. What I really enjoy about this scent is that it's not a common Mancera scent. Out of the 8 or 9 that I have, they all share this common DNA note. And immediately when you smell it, you go, that's a Mancera scent. This one for me doesn't have that common DNA that most of the Mancera fragrances do. It really kind of stands out. And I like that because sometimes in a dry down phase with Mancera fragrances, I find that they can start to smell very similar to one another. So this one would definitely stand out and would not smell like any of the others. There is also, just warning anybody out there who, may not like this, there is a medicinal element to this fragrance. Like when I'm smelling it, it doesn't smell like a full medicinal medicine, but there is definitely some sort of a clinical medicine like thing happening. It's not overbearing and it doesn't take away from the beautiful scent. I'm actually enjoying it. Again, it's adding more mystery to this fragrance. So I'm loving it, but not everybody would. Okay, scent freaks. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this unboxing first impression video. I suppose in conclusion, it was not a love at first sniff for me with this fragrance. It didn't like wow me, but there is a definite fascination that I have with it. I'm going to continue playing with it, and I think this type of fragrance is A, extremely unusual and you won't smell like anybody else, and B, it's also something that I think is really going to grow on me as time goes by. I will do a follow-up review if that's something you guys would like to know later on down the track. For now, I will say that based off the description that I mentioned, if those type of things are not commonly your type of go-to fragrance, stay away from this one or get a sample at least. It is definitely unusual, just like the heading or the title of the fragrance would suggest. It is not going to be for everybody, but trust me, there are going to be people out there that adore this scent. If you guys have any further questions at all about this fragrance, don't hesitate to shoot it in the comments below and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you so much guys for watching. I love and appreciate you all and I hope to see you next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.